Finally, the biggest news we've had in ages. We've been screaming for it, begging for it, and finally the first champion rebalances are coming out, and man oh man, I cannot wait to tell you what they've done. Let's get into it. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Madcap with another video on Raid Shadow Legends. That is right, we do have a free-to-play update, but I have to also put in the amazing changes. The champion rebalance of champion rebalances. What we've been waiting for. We've been asking, when are you going to do champion rebalances again? And the answer has finally come. Foris, will he finally be relevant? Well, let's read the crazy change that they have done to his kit. Let's bring him up here. This is this might be, I don't even know. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. What is, I don't even know what Foris is. Foris a dark elf? I don't even know. I've never had him. Never wanted him until now. I have no idea what Foris is. The music, by the way, there he is. So, by the way, I had to change my music provider. I was with Epidemic Sound, but they can go F themselves. They're greedy, money hungry. They want me to pay 3 times the monthly fee, which is already too expensive in my opinion. But I need the music, right? They want me to pay 3 times that to add one YouTube. So I get one channel for YouTube, one for Twitch, one for Facebook, but I'm only using Twitch and YouTube. To add a second channel of YouTube, it's 3 times the price. So, because they copyrighted one of my Watcher videos. Fine, not monetized there yet anyway. In fact, I just got into the YouTube Partner Program, so I can just do the first steps of monetization, which I think is memberships and stuff, but I'm pretty sure I still don't earn revenue on ads until 1,000 subs. Next goal. Help me out, by the way. Cheers. But, so we switched over to Artless. And, unfortunately, I don't have a referral code from them I could find. But, that's okay. I still changed. So we decided to go with Uplifting, because my oh my, Foris getting buffed is uplifting. So let's just take a look at his current kit. Attacks, Taste of Oblivion attacks when enemy has a 35% chance to place a fear debuff for 1 turn. The attack will always be critical if the target is under fear or true fear debuff. Attacks all enemies has an 80 book to 100% chance to place true fear for 1 turn. This debuff cannot be resisted by targets under debuffs. And Astral Terrors attacks all enemies will ignore 30% of each target's defense against targets under fear or true fear. This attack is always critical against targets under fear or true fear. I always hate that critical thing because, like, I'm gonna not build them critical because fear and true fear don't exist in the current meta. Because you can't fear a stone skin, you can't fear 78 buffs from Siphi. Just saying. The damage of the skill will increase 10% every time a fear or true fear is placed on an enemy. The skill has a 40% chance to be unlocked for 1 turn whenever a fear or true fear buff is placed on an enemy. Oh, so this is a locked skill. So that's his current one. So thank God they changed it. Are you guys ready for this? Oh, like this might be a Canderfon level. Mashallah. Okay. Here are the batch of champions will be rebalanced in the upcoming update. The changes are written in bold. Fortis. Astral Terrors. Damage increased. Boom! Yes, you heard it here. Damage increased. So let's go through this again. Didn't change. Nothing happened. Didn't change there. But attacks all enemies. Ignores 30% of each target's defense against targets under fear or true fear. You know, when you place true fear or true fear in the current meta of live arena or, gold 5 and up arena. You know, when you place that fear or true fear, which you do all the time, right? This attack is always critical against targets. So I'm going to build him with 0 crit rate because this is going to be critical. This isn't always critical. This isn't always critical. Oh, it is. Targets under fear. Are they all that? No, but this one isn't. always critical, not always critical. So I have to build them with crit rate anyway, you dipshits. And then this thing, which only unlocks when someone has a 40% chance to be unlocked for one turn whenever a true fear buff is placed on an enemy. Damage increased. Because that's what people were complaining about Foris, is that just didn't do enough damage. A Void Legendary. Well, let's take a look at Angar. I think Angar's an orc. Very orc-like. Alright. Currently. Passive. An enemy with a provoked debuff attacks has a 40% chance of placing a provoked debuff on them for one turn. Each hit taken will reduce damage by 5%, up to 30% in one round. Attacks all enemies, places a provoked debuff on them for one turn. Places a reflect damage buff on allies for 2 turns. Also places a counterattack on this champion for 2 turns. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Places an extra hit if the enemy... That music is way too loud. We're going to have to balance that in post. This is artless. They're really giving it. Sorry, attacks one enemy 2 times. Places an extra hit if the enemy has a provoked debuff. Okay, changes. Infuriate. Damage increased. Ooh. Okay, it still has a 1-turn provoke. Also has a 75% chance of placing a provoked debuff for 2 turns instead. Huh? Then places a 30 ball the rest. So that's it. So this one has damage increased, whatever that means, and has a 75% chance of it being a 2-turn instead of a 1-turn provoke. Bravado passive also has a 90% chance of placing a 50% decreased attack debuff on them for 1 turn. So if an enemy with provoke debuff attacks, has a 40% chance of replacing it with another provoke and a 90% chance of placing a 50% decreased attack debuff. And then Aura increases HP in all battles by 33%, currently 44 in faction crypts. It's all battles now? That's about the only good thing they did. Okay, so who cares? So it's 90% to 100% chance for a decreased attack if someone with a provoke. All right, and that's it. That's it. That's our big mic dropping change. Now, let me help the devs here. When you go into Arena and you're anything more than a new to mid player, there is Stone Skin. There is Siffies that put buffs, Duchesses that put buffs. There's Cleansers. There's 2-turn block debuffs. There's all of that. And then you can't remove it because there's Polymorph. And let me tell you, when you have 3 buffs on each champion plus Stone Skin, and you bring in a debuffer, they will be polymorphed before they get done. And you would need that just to get either Foris or Angar to do their things. Both of them have a problem. The problem is not damage, although Angar does hit like a wet noodle for how much he should probably hit. So that's probably good. I hope the damage is realistic on both of them. Like it actually is damage, not... Right? But these are PvP champions. Like, you don't use Provoke. I mean, I guess you can use Provoke in this context anywhere. But you probably won't. Like, this champion is... Both champions, frankly, are so far out of meta because you can't put Fear, True Fear, Provoke. If you would give Fortis a chance to land Fear through buffs, like an unresistible, unblockable Fear, even if it was a low percent chance, it might help him. But the problem with these isn't just damage. It's the fact that their whole kit is based around something that, as long as Polymorph stays in the game, is impossible. Because you can't strip. You can't take buffs off of champions without... Especially now. Like, blessings are so much more prevalent now. There's so many more buffs. Like, if you went to my main account, none of my good champions have high... But they all have at least 2. And that just means, hey, I can have a chance to have Polymorph on, right? There's full teams of Polymorph. It is, you know, it is broken, and this doesn't fix the problem. Thanks a lot, Plarium. All right, now that we wasted 10 minutes on complete stupidity. By the way, there's a complete meltdown in the creator content chat. I wish I could show you this. It's a meltdown. They're melting. They are melting down. All of them. I mean, all of them. I mean, Nubkex is making comments. Shinny usually makes comments. Hell, Hades even is popped up. Jarek. Angar will place decreased attack even if the enemy under provoke attacks an ally. Oh, so? Yeah, no. Like, everyone's. Like, there's just I don't know, whatever. All right, so here we are. I messed up, for the record. I thought, and I don't know why I didn't just do it in the moment, but I didn't, and I messed up. And so I'm stuck on fusing Justicar. Should have had this done. Probably already, I probably get through half the other ones too. But I was of course. So I got these 3 all ready to go, and Magic Affinity, I needed I think 6 lesser potions, and I have 5. I think it's you need 6, and then I think you need 1 or 2 for the last one in the mid potions. So I have to wait until Magic opens. I was hoping to have a Sacred to open for you guys. Oops. Oh my god. When does Magic open? This Wednesday. So I have to wait 2. Anyway, whatever. I did a bunch of energy in creating food, which I thought was a good idea. I nearly just went and did Fire Knight. Then I stopped myself because I didn't realize it. And thank God I stopped myself because the Fire Knight attack starts today. So I'll probably put any energy I can into this and just to see what I can do. And I need gear. I just need gear. So it seems like a good enough time to do it. Nothing new on the champion front. I don't know who I'm going to 6-star. It was going to be Gala, but as I'm running Fire Knight, I realized I don't need Gala, and actually she's a detriment to the run because she has no AoEs, so she's a passenger in the first 2 waves, and because I don't have enough damage on anyone to fully clear waves, the fact that she gets triple hitter doesn't matter. Also, when we get to the boss, I can only tell her to use the triple hitter in a certain specific order, either first or second, really, because either I can make her use her A1 first, her A2 first, or let her use her A3. And her A3 is the triple hitter. And because my allure isn't fast enough to loop around that first go, especially on 13, I'm pushing forward, allure needs to be faster, so even when she has a speed debuff, she can still go. Long story longer. That's why Gala doesn't really help me for that. She's still going to obviously help me in Arena, so I'm still excited. So she's still on the possible list for 6-star. But probably it's going to be Rathalos just because his damage is going to outpace in the AoE. And likely I'm only ever going to have 1 legendary on this team. So I might as well put resources into this guy. I'm going to get legendary books. Might as well use them into this guy, right? Woozgar is the last one of that Fire Knight team. We haven't really changed his gear that much, but he is actually a straight-up boss. He attacks an enemy 4 times, and it gives us a little 2% heal. I might actually be putting books into this guy soon. He's got a counterattack, isn't a big deal, but he's got that reflect damage, which really helps, and a shield for 20% of this champion's max HP. He's an HP-based champion. So while that's not really impactful right now, as I'm just at level 50, and I obviously don't have a lot of gear. I mean, I'm putting an attack one because I had an HP substat. Eventually, we'll get some good HP stuff here, hopefully from the Fire Knight, because I could put him in a shield set. That would be amazing. To give us a couple of turns, but he's got everything I kind of need. This is a little bit, the 10% isn't crazy good, but it does go down to 3 turns. So I'm thinking he might be. I was putting books here, and I absolutely got destroyed. Trumbor is going to be in my clan boss team, by the way. At some point, we're going to put him in there just because he's got that ally protect. So we need 3, 5. We need 6 books for him, and then we're going to go to Woosgar and get his books. The good news is, right now, I don't think I need books in him. If I can cheese through Force Affinity stage 13 and then move forward, then we have right up to is it 17 or whatever when it becomes Force Affinity next. I don't know why that matters. Oh, it matters because Allure can just control turn meter on every affinity right now anyway. So I can wait a bit before booking him, but I definitely want to put books into Woosgard to hopefully get these cooldowns and these cooldowns, frankly. And then we need to unlock him at Ascension level 3. Restores destroyed max HP, which of course is also great. Which is also great for Fire Knight. So this guy's a Fire Knight specialist. He's amazing. I love him. We're ready to go. He's at 50, but I don't think I'll 6-star him first. I think it's gonna be Rathalos, and then we'll take a look. As far as food, Metal Shaper actually may or may not be food. I haven't decided. I mean, I know he does have some uses, but I don't have this. It's gonna be a long time before those uses come to play, so I don't know. Definitely Houndspawn's food, and then we have a bunch of 4-star and 3-star that we've pushed up. So we're just slowly moving our champions up, getting some food. We have some chickens as well. So anyway, that's our total goal. Clan boss, we came really close to 1 key in this just by playing around. So why don't I leave you with that? Let's leave you with, we'll keep it. Why not 4-star? No 3 stars in my house. Okay, so let's battle this. I tried this to activate some more out of Rathalos, and frankly, it kind of worked. So that was kind of neat. But today we're gonna put Woosgar in there and see what happens. This is how you learn. I like the fact that he's got the shields, right? And then on my second kill, I'll use Trumbor. Even though Trumbor's only 40, so it may not be nearly as impactful. I need gear, and I need 60s. So, because I think we're going to have our best impact in Fire Knight, I'm probably going to skip Dragon and go right to Fire Knight. At least for now. And then once I get some better gear and champions, then I'll go back to Dragon. But I just feel like this is the right call. I don't know why. Maybe I'm wrong. But this will give me a couple different heal options, so this might actually last longer. So what do you guys think about the changes? Do you I'm not even mad anymore because it's so just Plarium be Plarium, and so I can't even get up the will to be angry. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense, but I can't even be bothered to be angry because it's so ridiculous again and again and again. This guy might actually be good with Giant Slayer in Clan Boss because he keeps getting those. He's got a counter attack and he keeps hitting 4 times. I might put out the weirdest comp ever. If I put this guy eventually when I get him to 6-star and Trumbor when he gets to 6-star, I'll have ally attack. I'll have this thing going on. It's weird that he keeps stunning her. Allures. I guess it's because she's got the most HP. It's one of those weird conditions. Anyway. Yeah. I mean, it's always fun to try new things in the clan boss. See, like, the heals aren't very impactful right now, but once we get a more HP, 2% will actually be, you know, a couple thousand anyway, times 4, and it's always to the lowest person, so I don't know. I think that might actually be really cool. And then we've got, of course, got Mother Superior coming in with the backup heals. Let's see what happens here now, though, because they aren't going to be healing themselves. Yeah, so that's not going to be that's not going to be enough. Oh, he took that one on the chin. I think I think I did 3.1 and 3.6 is the max. I almost kind of want to bring Uzgar to 6-star because I think he'd be 3.2. So we you know, we're almost one keying it. He just doesn't do any damage, but he did some heals. He did more heals than she did, actually. Were they impactful heals? Meh. Oh, I don't have another key yet. On our second key, we might take out Mother Superior and put in Trombor and see how that rolls. I'm just out of curiosity. So, all right. Yeah. So I think that's all I have for you. The Great Hall now looks like this. I got 2 more 2% to go. I did bring this up because it was a thing. It was a mission. But then, of course, we're going to have to go 3-5. So we're going to go accuracy. We're going to go crit damage and probably Rathalos. So probably crit damage here. Those will probably be our 3-5s. The goal here, in case you missed it before, I'm going to take everything to level 3. And then I'm going to focus on level 4 for the others. I think that's going to be the most impactful for this challenge. It's not normally what I do, but for this challenge where I need immediate payoff, because we only have 3 months, I think it's going to be much more. So other than that, let's go through challenges too, I guess. So we still need to have some rank 6 champions, so that's just going to wait. We still have to do this. I'm just going to have to get some more artifact sets. Unfortunately, focusing on Fire Knight does not help this because I don't think there's any four-piece sets. But we're slowly building. We're getting through some of the faction wars, so we are getting some resilience and perception gear, which might help with this. Because you have to have 3 4-star sets, so you have to have 3 sets of 2 to satisfy this. Magic Keep auto, Ice Golem auto, Fire Knight Castle. I just can't quite. It's so close. We're so close on this. Ice Golem, I don't know how to do it because everyone just loves finding ways to attack the boss and kill us all. But I'm sure I'll be able to do it eventually, or I'll just hit hard enough that it won't matter. And then the Magic Keep on auto. I don't know. It's been so long. I might have to use Metal Shaper again. Cheese him to steal. We'll see. We'll see if we can do it. And then finally, we just got to do some gold stuff, which we haven't. And then there's that affinity bonuses to 5. So there we go. Faction Wars. Finally had Demon Spawn open, so that was a cool 20. And we got some more for Barbarian Crypt, so we can actually get some done here. So yeah, it's finally the two that I have actual champions to be able to excel in finally opened for me. So how congenial of them to finally allow me to play, which was ridiculous, but all good, we're good. So I think that's it. There you go. There's the update. I hope you're super excited about all the changes. And yes, I can't stop this thing. It's just like Heartless is just like Epidemic. Because it was Christmas, now everyone's throwing up Christmas music. So I guess just enjoy the Christmas music until it goes away. I don't know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Yeah. So please be kind but safe. We'll see you in the next video.